There it is. Buckle up. That's the one we were looking for.
On your feet, this is a shakedown.
Oh yeah. Just cast that guy right up into those mangrove roots there, and that guy, he's had absolutely no problem hooking up on that little worm hook there.
There you go. Today we are up the creek. We are fishing weedless jighead. So sometimes these creeks can be a bit intimidating in terms of structure and thinking you're going to get snagged all the time. If you do want to get right in amongst that structure where the fish are, timber, lilies, weed, all that sort of thing, we're going to talk to you today about how to rig and fish with weedless jigheads, so stay tuned.
Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down.
Alright, we'll just come up to this little drain here, and there's a bit of bait working through there with a few predators behind it. So we'll get right up in there. The fish are right in shallows in amongst those mangrove roots, but we're not too worried because we've got the weedless setups there. Well, it's Justin hooked there.
Oh, Brim,
nice Brim. Oh, well, find the bait, find the fish. He's a nice fish. Let that go for you, and I'll quickly have a cast.
Yeah, have a
in
shot in that
bait.
drain, hey? Have a shot in the drain and we'll double that up for sure. He's a fair chunk of creek, Brim. He's all right. We're a fair way up the creek here. And just throwing around those weedless presentations, so you can see there, he's just lip hooked on that. There we go, that just fell out. So nice, fairly light wire hook, strong enough to pull a good fish, but nice chemically sharpened black nickel hook for that penetration on that brim. And he had no problem again clearing that there. So I might let this guy go and we'll have a closer look at this jighead. So there we go. So that's fishing weedless, allows us to get right up in amongst these mangrove roots and sticks, and even if there's an old crab pot in there, we're likely to avoid snagging it. And this is the NedlockZ EWG. So it's a NedlockZ Jighead. We've got that mushroom style head, which gives it that good stand-up presentation. So this presentation's working for us all the time, whether it's swimming down, whether it's kicking up in an aggressive sort of defensive pose or a feeding pose on the bottom, and then the fish come over and we'll just pick it up. So whether we're fleeing or whether we're standing upright, the fish always want to attack this thing. And you can see there we've got our chin lock keeper to lock that plastic in place. And then we've got that EWG hook that allows that plastic to clear when the fish eats it. So it's a really cool design that allows you to get that plastic right in where the fish are. Let's get into it.
Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go.
That looks jack-like.
Oh, he just drilled it. No, he just drilled it as it sunk down that post.
Quite an angry looking little creature. What do we got? Oh, nice
Grunter. Oh, he's a fair chunk of grunter.
You're always a welcome sight.
I just changed my presentation up a bit as well. It got a little bit deeper around this structure here, so I went for the 1/4 ounce.
The hook's popped out there.
Righto, let's sort this guy out. We'll give you a look at him and we'll get him back in the water, and then we'll have a look at this lure that I'm throwing here. Oh, that's somebody else's lure, isn't it?
Somebody else's lure.
Righto.
Beautiful little grunter.
That is a nice grunter. All right, so there we go. That's a nice chunk of grunter. He hit it pretty hard right in close to some structure, so we thought he might have been a jack at the start, but that's okay. He's a solid grunter. We'll put him back in the water and we'll have a bit of a closer look at this presentation. See you, mate, he's away, back to terrorise the bait. And this is what I'm fishing now. This is a 2.5 inch SwimZ, and I'm fishing it on a SnakelockZ Finesse. So this is a bit different. We've got a head weight and we've got that free moving hook. So the cool thing about that is that we can swim it and roll it like we normally do with a bait fish. When it sits on the bottom, that tail will float up and move around again. So it looks like it's feeding in the bottom. As it's swum down, it's hit the bottom. I've given it a few twitches, and then that fish has just got straight on it. So as you can see there, plenty of belly in that hook. When the fish bites it, it clears very easily. So it's one of my favorites. I generally fish it on around about a 1/8 ounce there. And that nice slim profile gets down nice and quick in the water as well. So with these guys, the SnakelockZ head actually just clips off the hook. So you can mix and match head weights and hook sizes to suit the plastic that you're fishing and the target species that you're after. So this 2.5 inch SwimZ on this size 2 is perfect for targeting brim, grunter, floodies and those sorts of species. Let's get back into them.
There we go.
Right in that drain.
Quite often a fish
Perfect.
just sitting in that drain there. Beautiful brim. A lot of the time when we're bouncing this plastic back, you can feel it bouncing through those mangrove roots all the time. You do get snagged occasionally, but compared to a jig head, it would be a hell of a lot of a different experience than this little weedless hook. He just bounces through those mangrove roots beautifully. As soon as he bites down, that hook becomes exposed. Oh dear. Chuck that little fella back and we'll carry on along the creek. Oh yeah, so that fish just came out of a drain here. It's really good. The bait is going to push up on this run-in tide and run back out. So a lot of the time the predators will be sitting just at the front there, waiting for the bait to push in and waiting for the bait to push out. So it's a really good focus point in these little creeks where there's not a hell of a lot of structure. The drains will generally hold a lot of the predators.
There we go, buckle up.
Nice little jack by the looks of it. Was it a jack? Oh, nice grunter. Beautiful grunter right up in the shallows there.
Oh, that's nice, beautiful fish. He scoffed that.
Absolutely smashed that little plastic right up in the mangrove roots. He is feeding. Oh there, buddy. Another beautiful little grunter. Smash that little plastic, bouncing it through the mangrove roots.
Javelin fish.
Yeah.
Why do we call him grunter?
I'm not sure. Definitely one of the, well, they're becoming more common down here and I'm definitely not complaining. They seem to be popping up everywhere, but definitely a good fun fish to catch. I thought he was a jack initially when I first saw the flash in this dirty water, but not complaining with that guy. All right, pop that little hook out. Little grub's ready to go again. We'll just slide him back up and we'll send this guy back for another day. Beauty about ZMans is that that guy's ready for the rest of the day. Right, it's pretty much middle of the day now, so it's pretty warm. So a lot of the fish are going to be taking cover underneath this shade. So we're just casting into the shade, letting it sink really slow. It's a pretty slow tide today. Really light head and just bouncing it through that structure there and waiting for any little tick. Pretty much as soon as it's coming out from that shade, I'm winding in and casting again, because most of the bites we've got today have been right in that cover. There we go. What is that? Something angry in there. Nice big brimbo. Right on the edge of that shade line again, just bouncing it through those mangrove roots. Always a good option on these windy days to shoot right up the top of a creek. Chuck a few weedless plastics in the mangroves, get out of the wind.
Yeah, right up under there.
Nice brimbo. Right up in those sticks again. Weedless presentation is great for bouncing through a few sticks, especially when the fishing's a bit quieter and the fish are sitting right in there.
Yeah, tough one today, not much tidal flow. Low, high, low. Just cool. Oh, what was that?
I don't know, but something ate my grub in amongst it. I wonder if the big flatty went to eat it or something that scared all the mullet. Come on.
Righto.
Justin, there's so many brim on this edge now.
Righto.
This cast has been like all of the bites, and I think they're all minute.
Oh, really?
Perfect for your lure.
Oh, that's got some
What
go.
have we got there? Trevor. Oh, well, it was a trevally, but probably should check my leader slightly more often because I have caught a bunch of fish on that. But that'll be what was up those mullet. What do you got there? A little Trevor, was it? Oh no, nice Trevor.
Baby. But they have no trouble, clearing it.
Casting in there afterwards in case he's got a hungry mate.
Yeah, they definitely schools of them. You're seeing some schools of them on the sounder there as well, moving through. That little hook is beautiful, little custom hook on that TT Nedlocks. Clears beautifully and pins those fish. I've just changed back to the 2.5 inch grubs. You can't beat it. It's caught hundreds of different species. The fish love it. I change back to it and get a fish first cast. There's some mullies. Fish on. Running with the bait.
Yeah, right on that bait there. Little brim.
Got a couple of mates with him too. I'm getting a few rattles.
I'll just be running with those mullet there. Last time we hooked that trevally out of those mullet, but should have checked my leader.
Yeah,
What do we got here?
Yeah. What do we got?
Flatfish?
Oh, a bit of weight in it. Feels all
I've
right.
been missing some flatfish today. Is this what we got?
Brimbo, more brimbos.
Solid brim.
Pull them pretty well.
Loving the old 2.5 inch grub.
Pretty hard to go past,
Yeah.
If you're keen to get into plastics and you haven't fished them before, that ZMan 2.5 inch grubs, everything eats it, fresh and salt. It's just a great all-round plucky. So pulling plenty of brim today. We'll see if we can find a few other species in amongst it. But if you're fishing that Weedless Jighead, hit all of that key structure that we're hitting as we work our way up the creek. So we're looking for shady edges, we're skipping it up under the timber, we're looking for lay down timber and rock bars on the sounder. Any good structure, it holds bait, it makes a great ambush point for fish as well, and that's where these guys are hanging out around the structure. See you, buddy.
Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it.
Are you gonna heat it?
The way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it.
Before
Do you want me to get out of your way?
That's pretty first time in a very long time I've fished. Oh my god. We are on. We got a whole
prawn?
thing of prawns.
You got a prawn?
We've probably got a kilo.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
Have a look at that, that's beautiful.
well, you herring down the bottom, shake them out.
The weather is absolute rubbish outside. There's rubbish weather, so we've come up the creek to dodge the wind, fish a few weedless presentations. We know it's going to be a tough bite because there's not much tidal movement, but if you throw a cast net in with you, you might pick up a feed of prawns as a bonus as well, so that's excellent, mate.
Well, that's my dinner sorted.
Yeah, done.
Righto, so with this weedless rigging, if you cast it into the snags, don't be too worried. Just slowly try and wind it out. No jerking, because that'll make the hook come out. So we'll just, for an example, I'll cast it right into this snag here, and I'll just slowly wind it back out and see how that goes. So we're going to have to go over a bunch of sticks here. Just slowly wind it, and you see it just keeps bouncing over. No pressure or anything, and it's just rolled straight out of that.
That is incredible. That
Yep.
opens up some crazy water you can fish.
So if you get it in there, don't just try and jerk it out. Just slowly wind it back out and let the hook do its thing. It won't come out and it'll just roll over through all those sticks. Oh, I'm just gonna...
Yeah. Oh yeah, nice.
Good
That
flatty?
drilled it. Feels all right.
Right up on the flat, eh?
Yep. I was flicking in around. There's a bit of tree stumps and stuff over there, so that weedless head allowed me to navigate that structure.
Get this net out. What have we got
I'll
here?
put a little bit heavier head on there. Get a bit more distance, get it down quicker in this run out tide.
Nice flatty.
Nice flatty, he's beautiful.
Beautiful colours on this.
Yeah,
Creek here.
interesting colours, hey, up in the dirty sort of
Hey.
water. He's off.
He's off. Oh,
Saved
hook
me a job.
did what it needed to do.
Yeah, beautiful fish. There you go, that's that 1/5 ounce in that NedlockZ EWG, so a little bit heavier. And this time I've got a 2.5 inch SwimZ on there. The water's really dirty, so I've gone with the midnight oil color. We've got that UV plus that glitter. You can see there I can just push that back up into place, 10 times tough, ready to go again and catch another fish, and sits beautifully on there. He cleared that no problem, and he's a nice solid fish. Come on, buddy, we'll get him up and give you guys a look at him.
He's a nice floody.
There you go. Nice fish, beautiful colours on him.
Yep.
Nice dusky. Up in this muddy sort of country here, it's a nice dark coloration, lots of blotches and that on there. She's a beautiful looking fish. So there you go, weedless rigging, brim, flathead, grunter. We pretty much, I don't think have missed a hook set today. That's the thing, people get a little bit concerned they're not going to hook up the fish, but that 10 times tough, super soft ZMan plastic clears really well. You get the hook set, you get the fish. Let's get this guy back in the water. On him.
Knew there'd have to be something there. It's always worth, when you see a bit of structure on the flat, even if it's nowhere near the bank, to have a cast, because that guy sitting in a foot of water on that tree in the middle of nowhere.
And the great thing with the weedless is you don't have to worry about throwing it right at the tree.
Oh my God.
Good creek brim.
Beautiful little brim. Again, absolutely no problem getting that weedless hook in there. Plastic's still good to go for another go. Chuck him back. Alright, so we've got that 2.5 inch grub rigged there on a size 1 worm hook, but we literally do a worm hook for every single size plastic we do.
Yep, I've got the same size hook there.
Yep.
I've got a 2.5 inch slim swims on there, so those NedlockZ EWG 1/15, 1/10, 1/5, 1/6 of an ounce, so a bunch of weights in a size 1 custom hook, so perfect for your 2.5 inch plackies, grubs, slim swims, prawns. But like you say, Australia's most comprehensive range of jig heads. I think we've got over 750 different jig head combinations. So there's a ton of weedless from a size
4, I believe it is.
tiny size 4 right through to a
12-0.
buckle up. Virtually every plastic in the range
You can rig a 2 inch plastic all the way up to a 10 inch plastic on our range.
Yeah, pretty amazing. There it is. Buckle up. That's the one we were looking for.
Oh, I don't know what this is. Is it? Right, that is a pretty big creature.
Rock bar fishing.
Right in the last part of the light, we thought we would have a flick on this rock bar, and something pretty substantial has eaten that.
You're running a SnakelockZ Jighead there?
Oh, that is angry.
3 inch
That
MinnowZ.
is a very large jack. That is a very big jack. What an end to the day. That is a very big jack.
That is not good. Where is that guy going?
He's going to come out in a second. That is a big jack.
Oh, no. Yep.
That'll do.
That's how you end the session. That is
Pretty
epic.
well there. That leader's pretty scuffed up, but that is a very nice jack.
You got stuck into him then though, got the rod, kept the rod tip up,
Yep.
got him cranking and got him up. That is epic.
That was a great jack. Right on the last light there. Beautiful jack. Rightio. That is the ultimate estuary creature for down here. He's a beautiful jack. He'll be close on 50 there. Just rolling that little 3 inch minnow on a SnakelockZ over that rock bar. That guy's absolutely crunched that. We saw another one just before this guy, so it's good to get one in the boat.
Cracker! Hell yeah, man, put it there.
That is a good fish.
Right out. I'll whip the hook out of this guy. Beautiful fish.
Yeah, that is how you end a session when you're fishing weedless, over rock and in amongst timber and all that sort of thing. Brilliant.
One of my favourite fish to target. Whack the hook out. I might get a quick measure on this guy and then chuck him back.
He is an absolute cracker, mate.
Yeah. Lovely.
That is absolutely brilliant. There you go, folks. Make sure you get on to tackletactics.com.au. Check out Australia's biggest range of jig heads, but it's also weedless jig heads. So weedless jig heads today, brim, grunter, flatties, mangrove jack. That's it for us. Get out there and get stuck into them. Fish on.